Writer John Steinbeck wrote his novel Of Mice and Men during 1937, portraying two California migrant workers. My personal narrative has evolved into Of Cats and Men. I've historically been a dog person. I acquired my first and only pet, George, when I was 16. We became inseparable. He accompanied me on my paper route and remained a consoling influence during my uncertain teenage years. I only had to leash George on a few occasions. He roamed liberally but faithfully returned home. When I attended college in Southern California, George remained with my parents. Our periodic reunions seemed as though I'd never left. He slept protectively next to my clothing and often zealously prevented my mother from removing articles to launder. He was a genuine friend, but was tragically poisoned to death by an unscrupulous neighbor during my absence. George remains my sole pet of consequence, but over the past 4 years I've become adopted by a fivesome of cats within my residence. Pietro, Lily, Timmy, Marty, and Roger have graciously allowed me access into their feline kingdom that also includes two others, Mila and Pepper. That pair tolerates me exclusively because I feed them. We've never cultivated a relationship beyond their essential dietary expectations, plus they are very shy. Adoption into the cat fraternity is not necessarily presumed. It is an honor extended by instinct and solidified by habitual feeding and attention. Concisely stated, a cat must both like and trust you. A first impression rarely alters. Each cat within my present universe has his or her own particular alliances, traits, and histories. Chewing on plastic wrappings intoxicates Timmy. Marty replicates each of the other's pleasures and then dominates his surroundings. The newest and smartest, Roger, alights on my shoulder when I write. Pepper and Mila, ironically colored black and white, become ghosts when I enter any space they inhabit. Lily and Pieta were abducted and slain by neighborhood coyotes. Outdoor cats tend to fare poorly in our neighborhood. Each distinct narrative is wedged into their habitual lifestyle patterns of slumber, which often seems to consume 20 out of 24 hours daily. The newest, Roger, has an obsession towards Timmy and Marty's tail. They barely tolerate that playful habit. Writer Edgar Allan Poe composed many of his works with two cats beside him inside his Richmond, Virginia studio. One named Katerina reportedly settled upon his shoulders as he worked. Today's Poe Museum in Richmond has two feline residents, one named Edgar and the other Pluto. Writing is a tenacious discipline that requires silence and reflection during periods of composition and editing. Cats can become ideal companions until their curiosity strays them into petty mischief. They typically demand little and require only feeding when you travel. I miss George, but still these surrogates have blended themselves ideally into my work regime. Besides sleeping, our cat contingent is obsessed by another passion: mealtime.